Hola, soy Lola. No puedo contestar tu llamada. Hoy voy a luchar contra la máscara vengadora. Si gano, usaré el dinero para pagar por nuestro plan familiar de datos. Claro, pesa 300 libras, pero una vez tomé una clase de karate. Quizá ya es hora de un switch.
¿Atrapado en un mal plan familiar? Haz el switch al mejor plan familiar de Boost y obtén 4 líneas cada una con gigas sin límite por solo $100 al mes. Metro PCS solo te da 2 gigas por línea por el mismo precio. 4 líneas, cada una con gigas sin límite por solo $100 al mes. Es fácil hacer el switch y más fácil ahorrar con Boost.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio in high fidelity.
Jimmy Mack is a renowned medical intuitive and spiritual life coach who has taken, completed, and even mastered a variety of healing modalities. After a near-death experience, he was shown and developed a simpler way to create healing and profound changes, now known as My Liquid Fish. He works with clients in person, on the phone, and over Skype worldwide, accessing energetic powers and co-creating changes that you can actually feel. Call in now to reserve your spot on the switchboard. The call-in number is 713-955-0594. Press 1 if you would like to ask Jimmy Mack a question. Enjoy this 1 hour of profound healing.
Hey everybody, it's Jimmy Mack coming to you live. We're thrilled to be here today. For those that don't have rain, we're sending you rain. And for those who've had enough rain, or as they call it, the ground is saturated. My other favorite one is feeder bands. The feeder bands are coming. One of my laughs for you for today, as I always said, of Saturday Night Live, which I watched since the initial beginning. I was in high school, and the Saturday Night Live program on NBC, it's on every Saturday night. I always said on their little fake news program that I have a weather person that has absolutely no idea what's going to happen next. And so sure enough, they finally got one. Gosh, I don't know how many, probably 50 years in the making, but it's kind of funny. So anyway, we're happy everybody is here, and it's all good. And we just make this show all about you all every week, 12 noon. Always join us live. You can also listen to the replay on Spreaker. We're working on getting on iHeartRadio. You can go to jimmymachealing.com/interviews. They're all stored there as well. So never a dull moment. And next Tuesday, we have on our President Trans Medium, Reverend Debbie Deanspear. That's always interesting because she talks to those of you who have loved ones in spirit. And it's just amazing some of the things that come through. And she's told me things that Planet knew about my brother and my father, so we always welcome that. We got a red-hot summer going, folks, for the radio show. We're going to have Emmanuel Dagger on. He's out of L.A. Rudy Hunter is out of New York. These are very well-known transformational healer folks, and Elma Meyer as well. So stay tuned for those dates and times. If you're not already enrolled in our weekly e-newsletter, just simply send us an email, info @jimmymachealing.com, and we'll sign you up. We don't spam anybody. We send out one little email a week, and there's comics in there, and everything is free. There's audios, there's videos. It's all about healing and transformation. So, and that leads us to our co-host today, my special guest, Carrie Turcotte. She is an international motivational speaker and educating psychic medium, so we'll get more into that. Also self-transcendence guide and mentor, architect and channel of the Vibe Report, an OMTimes expert, and hosts her own Vibe Nation Radio IOM radio network show. So it's no small wonder she's on the show today. We're excited to have her, and it's OMTimes Radio is also very well known for you folks who haven't heard of it, and to be considered an expert is also an honor. So, Carrie, how are you today? What's going on, love?
I'm doing wonderful, Jimmy. How are you, my dear friend?
Good. Happy to have you here live. And you and I have always had fun together and worked on one another, and so you know how it goes. And I'd also, before I even let you unleash you, I would say to everybody that my greatest pet peeve, y'all can all laugh over, and that's people that call in and go, I don't know, just read me. It's just like, hey, grab something, will you? Like, you want to be more intuitive, you got relationship issues, job issues, is your kitty cat sick? Nail it down, folks, because we got about 2 or 3 minutes per person, and that's it. So for those of you calling in today, be specific with your questions. This is a teaser, as everybody knows. We love you. This is for free. So if they want to get more into their health, their destiny in the next 10 years, it's, that's the time to schedule an appointment with you, of course, or me, or what have you. So anyway, tell them more about you, love, and tell them about your website and how to get a hold of you. You got so much going on. You're like me. I teased my youngest son this morning. I said if we would just give up sleep, we could get all these things done, right?
My point exactly. This has been a crazy couple of weeks, and I know, as everyone is, we're all changing. Change is consistent, and we're all being shifted in different ways. And for myself, the reason why I call myself an educated medium is because usually when I connect with someone's loved one in spirit, they will validate who they are. But they come in to kind of give them guidance in this new earth to say, okay, you're dealing with this. I validated who I am, and I'm going to help you move forward to where you're going. So, I'm finding that with my clientele now that most people are coming more for their own soul guidance, and we connect with their loved ones to help give them that soul guidance. So it's very different than a regular mediumship per se reading. Yes, I do have those where we just do messages from spirit, but I'm finding most people nowadays, when they come to me, they're like, you know what, I'd love to hear from loved ones on the other side, but I really need help for myself. So I connect with your loved ones in spirit, your spirit guides, whoever you're communicating with. And as you know how this works, I mean, we've had great fun. And I know when I tap in, I know you're going to pick up on stuff as well, Jimmy, because you and I are on the same vibe there, my friend.
Yeah, I love it. Well, I always say my joke is the two psychics met in the middle of the road, and one said the other, you're fine, how am I? So there's just so much insight from the other person, as you know. And, my themes are all about My Liquid Fish. And for those of you who don't know, reach out to us on that, too, because we are offering that now as mastery for My Liquid Fish is my technique or method, if you will, on creating change. And so, if Carrie was on one side, I've got a 95-gallon saltwater aquarium in my home office here. She could be on one side and seeing the red fish, and we're on the other side, and all we see is the blue and yellow fish. So it's extremely helpful to get a fellow healer, intuitive's point of view, because there's just so much stuff we're either blocking, we don't see, or, quite frankly, we don't want to see. And so,
Absolutely.
Profound coming from you, voice, and a different, set of values, a set of insight. Tell folks also your website, love, and how to get hold of you.
Okay. My website is carrieturcotte.com, so CARRIE, last name TURCOTTE. All my information is on there. I have a lot of, I call them vibrasizes, which are exercises to help you raise your vibrations. I also have something called Fun Times. Just, they're animals. You get pulled to the animal. What are you feeling? And then below I've channeled information to kind of go along with whatever animal you're pulled to, because I just want people to understand that we're in this new, and it's crazy where we're going. And, you got to stop and have some fun and just sit back and enjoy yourself. And because I teach insight, which is a personality traits, and I've been teaching personality traits for over 30 years. So when I connect with people as well, I can feel like, oh my gosh, I feel somebody orange, like that orange personality coming through. So I can really describe who that person is at a more intimate level, just because I can intertwine this information. And really the law of allowing is what this colors is what I teach. So I'm going to have a lot of, starting next, probably towards the end of the month, I'm going to be sending out an email. If you want to get in touch with what's going on with me, just go to my website, carrieturcotte.com, and register for my newsletter, because it will indicate all the information that's coming up. I've got the OMTime webinars where you can go online. It's going to be 2 to 3 hours. It's a full online course to teach you who you truly are at a soul level, so you can appreciate your strengths and realize that your weaknesses are just where you become a stronger soul, and how to look at other people and realize that, they are who they are. You can't change them. You've got to accept them for who they are. And I'm feeling this is really big right now in the world with what's happening, that you have to believe in yourself and know who you are and allow people to say what they need to say, but not to change your kaleidoscope of where you're going, because at the end of the day, it starts and ends with you.
Right. And that's a lot for people to get their head around, too, and that self-responsibility. And I would also touch on, one of my, really my interest lately, and, as we age, of course, it becomes more and more important, is to have that day, if you will, or a few hours of self-care. And we're just you and I are just, leaving our blood, sweat, and tears on the playing field. And at some point, you got to go, wait a minute, and go for that massage, that chiropractic, that what have you. We discovered recently in our county a guy who's a former motocross motorcycle racer, and he's got those giant float tanks. So you can imagine that. So my son's actually all excited about going to do that. Well, you can imagine having sensory deprivation for a good hour. And my one friend went up there and did it, and he got ready to get in the little float tank, and he heard the people next door going, "Man, I'm gonna close the little egg shape halfway this time. I'm getting better." Like, they can't even be fully immersed in the tank, right, with darkness. Like, time for some people. So, to speak towards your point, it's like we got to become more self-aware. We got to work on ourselves, and I'm huge on that. And we've got to have more fun, and we've got to realize some of these people. My old divorce attorney would say, "Jimmy, a leopard can't change its spots." So.
Absolutely. Well, and I'm trying to tell people we all have these crazy monkeys that go on in our head.
Yep.
And I tell the people now, allow your monkeys to become lemurs, because we all got them. Just have fun with them. Use that creative life force energy and realize that, we all have our BS. It's just what pot are you in? And if you can turn around and see that, don't point fingers and realize that people are who they are. They're not going to change. The only person who can change them is themselves. But when it comes to the personality traits, you are who you are, so you have to embrace who you are and accept and love yourself for who you are. And depending on what personality traits you are, there's a lot of them. If you're a blue and a green, only 22% of the population on this planet will understand you, which a lot of times is a lot of spiritual people. So, when you go a little bit deeper in this, it allows people to understand, and it helps you to open up your heart chakra and really come in line with the 432 hertz, knowing that we're all here on our own mission, our own path. And that when you love yourself and you know who you are and you know who other people are, you now focus on people's strengths, not their weaknesses. Because we are human, we're here to have experiences and life lessons. And until we're on the other side, we're always going to have moments where you get triggered and this and that. Is this how do you embrace it?
Love it. And love it. Yeah. And my home address is 432 Druid, like the Druids. So what does that tell you?
There you go.
Every morning I get up, I listen to 432 hertz, music and really angelic stuff. And if I can help it, I don't talk for till noon if I can help it, unless I got somebody scheduled. So, and that's when things get loud in my head, and I know it's not me.
Absolutely. And again, we're all reprogramming right now. We're reconditioning of what we've been told of. You have to see it to believe it. Well, no, you got to believe it to see it now. And things are really starting to shift.
Love it. Hey, let's grab a caller, 940. You're our first caller. Hey, what's your name? Where are you calling from? You have a question for Carrie?
Hi, I'm Tammy.
Hi, Tammy.
Tammy, how are you?
Good. I'm calling from Texas. And
you have a question? You have a question for Carrie?
Do what?
You have a question for Carrie or myself?
Yes, I do. Two questions, actually. Just needing to clear my lower chakras, but also wondering if that is causing me delays in getting the funding that I needed for my projects that I'm working on, or what needs to be cleared out.
Immediately when I connected with you, the first thing that I did pick up, so I'm glad you mentioned lower chakras, I felt that there's something going on with your creative life source energy, so your sacral chakra.
Right.
Okay, and I believe that, again, the sacral chakra is not just about, sexuality. It's about that creative life source energy of who we truly are. And what I'm picking up is that whatever it is that's stressing you out, your guides are telling me right now, let it go. Okay? Because this apprenticeship that you're focusing on, you're not able to send that vibration out fully where your words, your thoughts, and your feelings are matching simply because there's something going on within your home dynamics that's lowering the vibrations. You understand what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now, they're saying to me, you need to focus, instead of focusing on what you don't want, you keep saying, I don't want this, I don't want this. And we're all programmed this way, Tammy, so please understand it's not just you. So it's almost like Spirit is saying to me, don't keep focusing on what you want. Start focusing on what you want, not what you don't want. Okay? Because after 15 seconds, it becomes a ripple effect. So if you're thinking in your head, I don't want this, I don't want this, don't want this, and after 5 minutes, it's just like half an hour of positive thinking you have to do in order to bring the positive back in. So they're just saying be aware of this. If you go to my website under the Vibra Sizes, so carrieturcotte.com, go under Vibra Size, do the condo in my head exercise. Okay, this is going to help you to be able to let go of this, because we want to throw love daggers to people, not negative energy to them, right? And meaning that you send them love, knowing that it's a mere reflection, and that will come back to you. And they're saying that you're about to have a big aha moment, like the light is going to go on big time because you're standing up, and I'm picking up it's with regards to a man. Now, I'm not getting who this person is. I'm just getting that he's a lot of fun, very creative, that creative life source energy that your soul needs right now. This person's going to show up to be able to help you move forward with this. Does this make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
I'm waiting for that aha moment.
And the aha moment won't kick in, honey, until, again, embrace it. Live life like a sunset. I tell people live life like a sunset, okay? Because when you watch a sunset, you don't expect how the sun's going to set. You don't have expectations of how that sun's going to set. And when the sun sets, you don't look at somebody and say, oh, that was kind of a yucky-looking sunset. You're like, wow, that was beautiful. So if you live life like a sunset, that means you're living in the moment, okay, and you don't assume or have expectations of how it is that you're expecting this to take place. Vibe on those beautiful vibrations and allow Spirit to bring it into your reality, because it's through our vibrations they bring the magic to us now, sweetie. Okay, so they're saying like that condo in my head exercise will help you find those golden nuggets and gems that you got to vibe on to send out to the universe, and watch how fast this happens. I'm hearing that you're ready to rock and roll, sister, but you got to get your creative life source energy moving again. You got to believe in yourself. Singing, laughing, dancing, really, really good to get your vibes going. But if you listen to a song that triggers you or brings you to a place which is not good, turn the song off. Don't listen to it. Okay? Music is a good, they're saying music triggers you. They're saying don't listen to the music that triggers you too much. You get into a song, it brings you to some place wonderful, and by the end of the song, you're crying. They're like, stop it. Stop beating yourself up. You're doing this to yourself, and you don't need to do it, sweetie. Okay? They're saying that this is about you finding your self-worth once again and knowing that you are worthy of where you're going. So there's somebody diabetic connected to you as well on the other side that's coming through. Just I'm feeling it's a masculine, it's a male energy that's coming through. He came through very quickly and then he left. So I'm just acknowledging that there's somebody, and I believe in some way because I'm feeling something on my shoulder. He had something wrong with his right shoulder or the top part of his right side of his body. Okay?
His name is Bobby?
It's breath. I don't know. It could be, but as soon as you said that, did he have something wrong with his breathing? He had breathing issues as well. He couldn't breathe, or he was a smoker. Okay,
shoulder,
he's coming through to.
He had diabetes.
Yep. Okay. So
there you go.
He's coming through to say, I need to help you here. He knows that creative life source energy within you. He knows you. He wants to help you. Okay. So work with him. Go to my website. Go under Home Vibra Sizes. Go to the condo in my head. Once you've done the condo in my head exercise, the other exercises below it are really simple to do. There's the dynamic trio, the snapshots, all of it's there, sweetie. This will help you, but just know that your loved one in spirit is here to help you through this.
Okay. I feel his energy on my left side right now.
Love it. As you stand up, we'll work on your money part too, okay? You want to stand up, north, and I want you to just think for a minute of your money situation and see if you get pulled forward, back, or in between. So just think of your project in your head, and does it pull you forward, back, or in between?
Forward.
Forward. So we're going to strengthen that. It's going to pull you forward even harder now. I'm just changing it for you to make it even stronger. You'll feel it pull, pull, pull. And then it'll bring you back to neutral once it's, and it'll bring you back to the neutral position once it's through filling you up. There we go. feel it?
I feel it very strong.
Very strong. That's right.
Very
That's
strong. I'm feeling it too, Tammy.
But yeah,
Doing a great release.
Makes
I can
sense.
feel it. Your heart chakra is healing like no tomorrow, my dear. This is wonderful. I can feel
Okay.
this as you're doing this.
Feels like, yeah, you're already on track, honey. We're just strengthening that for you. It almost feels like it's going to work out no matter what you do. So I want to, recommend, like Carrie said, do some of those things, but stay out of the disbelief. My mother used to sit in our living room and she'd look outside and go, "It's raining, it's dark. That's when the cars wreck." And I'm like, "Mom, stop it!" And 5 minutes later, the stoplight, you're just screeching metal, right? And it's like,
Right.
and I love that statement, like Carrie's telling you don't want to, make those beliefs, those statements, those thought patterns are what you don't want to occur. You want to have things of what you do want to occur, okay?
Okay. Thank you
Awesome.
very much.
Your loved
Thanks
ones
for
with
calling
you.
up.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
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 805 is our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from? You have a question for Carrie?
Oh, I do. Hi, this is Donna, and I'm calling from California. Hi.
Hey, Donna.
Hello, Donna.
Hi. Yeah, my question is, nothing seems to be happening in the relationship department for me. I don't know if my heart's closed down or libido. I don't know.
Okay, sorry, as I'm coughing here. Immediately, my throat chakra just started to close up. So in some way, I'm feeling that it's not that I feel like in some way you're not speaking your truth because you're still allowing people to live in your head. You've got some really wild monkeys going on in your head. And they're saying that what I'm picking up from you, my dear, is that the condo in my head exercise will help you as well because it's going to help you clear your throat chakra because there's a lot of things that live in your head that you aren't able to say to people. You just won't be bothered. Just like, you know what, I'm not even going to bother saying anything. But sometimes it lives in your head. And they're referring to a situation in your life where there's a repeated pattern that's taken place with regards to your relationships. They're saying that you're a very loving, caring woman. This is the blue energy I'm feeling coming in with you, where, you don't like conflict. You're a very loving, caring person, and that's who you are. And you've made a decision recently about who you are as a woman and where you're going, and you're getting back your own inner strength. So you've been doing some inner work. This is the work you're doing on self. But vibrations from the past are still out there, and they're saying we need to be able to clear these up. So these are vibrations that we constantly throw out vibrations, Donna, throughout our lives. So these are vibrations you've thrown out through the years, and even though you're shifting your vibrations now, we still need to be able to lower those vibrations. And it has to do with relationships at a soul level that have run dry. And it's caused you to put your guard up because of this situation, they're saying, and it's because you don't feel like you've ever been recognized for the woman you truly are. And people, but this is where they're saying that even though you're a loving, caring person and you're that little kitten in you is starting to become a lion, they're saying that you need to find your self-worth, Dom. And this is really, you're working on this. And when you find that self-worth, guess what? The relationship you want is just going to be there. But right now, that relationship that you're vibing out to the universe that you so desire, vibrationally, you're not at that match yet, simply because of in the past when things have taken place, you started vibing on what you don't want instead of what you do want, because that's the way we're conditioned. And they're saying that this vibration, they want you to focus on nothing but pure soul connection. So if you do that condo in my head exercise, you will find the common denominators, and you'll have those vibes to vibe on. And Spirit's saying, let the guard down, knowing that you don't have to put your guard up now, Donna, with regards to relationships, that you're learning. Again, I'm feeling a lot of stuff going on within my heart chakra, my throat chakra, and my thymus, which is the higher heart. So to me, you're doing a mass clearing to be able to clear away where you've had to, maybe when people have said something to you and you've had to keep your mouth shut, or their words have hurt you and it still lives in your head. They're saying this is what you're clearing, and this is why the love has not shown up yet. Is this making sense?
It does, yes.
Okay. So I feel with yourself, my dear, they're saying over the next couple of months, the energies are really shifting. They want you to find Donna is that superwoman, and she is so worthy of that which is coming her way. When you find those golden nuggets and gems through the exercises, what you do is you throw out that vibration, and they'll bring it. I tell people, when Spirit comes knocking these days, are you listening? Are you able to answer it? Because most people are hanging out either in the past or the present, or they're hanging out with the boys, which is the ego. So when Spirit comes knocking for you to say, we got a little gem for you, you might not be there because you might be living in the past because of something that happened because you just heard a song that reminds you of a relationship, and now you're crying because you're reliving that vibration again. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So they're saying to you, this is about you. They're saying they want your monkeys to grow to be lemurs too. They want you to have a little bit more fun and know that you are so worthy of this. And you need to just let it out. Do some journaling. Like when you do the condom eye head exercise, it's going to help clear that throat chakra for you, sweetie. Because you're going to be able to say the things you really want to say because no one's going to read them at the end of the day anyways. It's releasing that vibration. And did you recently like hit your elbow or did you do something to your elbow or something? I don't know, all of a sudden I feel like I fell and I hit my elbow.
Off a curb. I tripped on a curb and I bruised my ribs and my breast and my upper arm. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just like, wow, I feel like I just fell down and went boom. So they're trying, okay, so Spirit is trying to bring this to your attention. So do you remember what thought process you were at when that took place? Because that's probably an indication of what you're dealing with right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I would highly advise you, my dear, to really throw that out and release that. And do know, and I'm picking up an unborn child connected to you now coming through. This could be either through miscarriage or abortion. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes or no? I don't have kids now, but it was a miscarriage.
Okay, so back in the day. Okay, so this is also going to be there. So I'm picking up this unborn child. Do you want to know the sex of the child?
Yes.
Okay, it was a boy.
So I
want you to name him. You want it, the way I see Spirit when children come through, my dear, is that our children choose us. We do not choose them. Okay, so this child knew very well, the way I see it at the end of the day, was not meant to come into this world. They were coming in to help shift your life in a different direction so you could get, it's almost like you've gone off course, so this is going to take place and they send you in a different direction. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so your life went in a different direction because of this. Do know that this child is not a child anymore. This child is an adult. So they're saying to me to tell you, name him, talk to him, know he's part of your spirit team. Work with him. To me, he's a very gold personality, so that means money in the bank, got to be on time, this belongs here, doesn't belong there. Very logical, works from a checklist type of person. That's the energy I'm feeling connected to this child. So they're saying to you, work with them because they're very logical. Sometimes you can lose your logic and what's going on because of your emotions, and they're saying call out to them and work with them, please. Does that make sense?
That does, yeah. And I do talk to people on loved ones, that are on the other side. When I walk the beach every day, I talk to them, but I'll talk to him as well.
Start bringing him in, okay? This is why he's coming forward, because you do acknowledge the other spirits on the other side. So they don't need to come through. They're saying, no, you know what? We need to bring the sun through so that you can start working with him, knowing he's part of your team too, and he's your child. So guess what? He's solely connected you that much closer, okay? He wants to help his mom find the love that she's so worthy of. Okay, remember that, my dear.
Oh, lovely. How lovely.
Wow. How cool is
I felt
that,
the energy
right?
just burst. Poof!
Right.
I just felt that love bubble show. So what are you picking up, Jimmy?
Well, Donna, just go ahead and stand up, if you will. Face due north.
Okay. All right, I'm standing.
Awesome. So I just want to bring in more receiving, deserving, and worthy of romance in your life. And so when I say that, just let me know if you go forward, back, or in between.
Forward.
Forward. So I'm going to strengthen that for you now. You're going to feel a really hard pull forward now.
Now I'm going back, kind of.
Just taking things out that don't agree with it. That's okay. It's going to dump all that out, and then it's going to pull you straight forward when you're done. This is called being in the wave. This is part of my liquid fish and what I do. I'm going to go back and forth, and you'll feel the pull, 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 and then it'll pull you forward to yes, and then bring you back to neutral.
Yes, that happened. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you're open to receiving, they're saying, but you don't feel deserving or worthy of it. So we're kind of changing those little Legos or dominoes around a little bit. So we're getting you more deserving and worthy of it now. And so now it's lined up, like straight up and down, strength-wise, and that's going to give you a higher probability of getting what you truly want and need. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Awesome.
Donna,
well, thanks for calling in,
love.
The bubble?
I just want to ask Donna, did you feel the bubbles? Did you feel the bubbles shooting through your throat when he started pulling you forward and you started going back? You're like, now I'm going backwards. Did you feel that release within your throat chakra?
I did.
Okay. And then my right ear, as soon as you did that and you found your self-worth, my right ear went nee, and then went really strong. So please know that whatever Jimmy just did has helped you shift your energy almost immediately into the physical realm. So remember, this is a threshold for you, dear. Love yourself, look in the mirror, look in your eyes, and say, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, and mean it, and watch what happens, okay?
Okay. Wonderful.
Thanks for calling in today, Donna. We appreciate it. What fun. It's awesome.
I appreciate both of you. Thank you very much.
Thank
You're welcome,
you,
my dear.
Have a great one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Our next caller is 443 from Maryland. Hi, Kathy. How are you? What's going on? You have a question for Carrie?
I do. I'm not sleeping very good, and I got tinnitus really bad at night. My left foot is bothering me, and I want to know.
Oh, wow. Let's grab one.
I want to know what's going on with my current husband lately.
Your current husband?
I mean, what's going on with him? Yeah.
Now, okay, first thing I have to see, when you started talking and saying you were feeling like, you're not sleeping at night, I'm feeling a lot of energy shifting through the left side of my body right now, but I feel like it's stagnant, meaning that it's getting stuck, meaning that the higher self is trying to bring this energy through to you, but for it to shift into balance into the physical masculine sign, it's not taking place. So this would understand why you're keeping again, at night the energies are a lot more, they're intense. We got the witching hour between, 3 and 4, and the energies are a lot more lighter at night, so not sleeping at night would fall into that place just because I'm feeling this stagnant. It's almost like spirit is trying to bring this energy through to you, and it just kind of sitting there, and I think it's because you're putting energy too much into other people. I think they're calling you a mother hen. Are you looking after everybody? Are you looking after or responsible for a lot of people in your life?
No, but I was doing that for a while, and I kind of stopped that.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Well, when you stop doing it, it's almost like you need to get your power back because you've been given it you're helping everyone else, and I feel like you're getting very impatient with whatever you're dealing with in your life right now. The impatience is really blocking you because, again, when you get impatient, that means that you're stepping into the future, which means you're getting anxiety. So it's almost like they're saying to you that this little girl in you wants to come out to play, but you're feeling like the love has run dry with regards to your relationship.
Mhm.
Okay. So, and as I'm talking about this, my left ear is getting really, really sore. So this is telling me that your higher self is really trying to communicate with you and show you this clarity that you so desire. Because I have to say, my dear, this is a life. Whatever you're dealing with right now is a major life lesson. So I need to let you know that they're only going to give me little bits and pieces to help guide you. They will not give me the answers to get you where you need to go because this is a lesson you signed up to go through yourself. Does that make sense?
I believe it.
Okay. So do know, but this is about you finding that love within yourself and knowing that you're this pure source energy, that you are connected to God, and that you have the ability to be whatever you desire. And they're saying that your patience, again, is the big life lesson you're really trying to learn right now. So what they're saying to me is they're just saying, open up and allow the little girl of you to come out and play. You need to go out and play and have some fun because you're not doing that because your impatience is not allowing you to live in the moment as much as you should. And I'm feeling a lot of pressure on my heart chakra as I'm talking about this. And I'm feeling it almost as if the energy is showing me is that you give. The giving and receiving of energy is not matching. So you're giving to people, but what you get back in return is not matching. So this is why they're saying they want you to focus on yourself and get yourself into this. Because if you're looking, you said you mentioned your husband. So if you're looking to take this to reignite that passion with the husband, do know that you control the power to do this. You need to make a decision on what you want. And know that whatever you decide for yourself, that passion within will lead you in the right way. But you need to make the decision. It's not something that I can do for you. And they're saying the reason why you're getting headaches, especially like little migraines and stuff, is because your third eye is really trying to open up and give you the clarity, but it can't open up because your throat chakra and your heart chakra are blocked. So really do some work on your chakras, my dear. And I think Jimmy's going to be able to help you with it. They just told me, Jimmy, you ready to step in because we want Jimmy to come in.
Fun, yeah. We could play all day with you, love. You got a lot going on, but let's go ahead and have you stand up, face due north. Tinnitus is always about what we don't want to hear, by the way. So when you bring in that and then not sleeping and then your quote-unquote current husband, then that tells me there's a lot of worry in there and there's a lot of things you don't want to hear. But let's address tinnitus and sleeplessness and all that first. So if you're standing due north now, hip width apart, strong mountain pose in yoga, if you just say, I have tinnitus and sleepless nights, it's going to pull you forward to yes.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to release all those, resolve them, delete and erase them, disentangle them all out now. Have her learn all the lessons she needed to from them, release her from the service to them, pull her straight back when you're done. Thank you. It'll feel the wave, and then it'll pull back a couple times.
Right.
It'll drop you off in neutrality once it's done.
Got it.
Nice. The other thing I like for tinnitus as well is, first off, you don't feel hydrated at all. You need to drink a lot more water, and also step up on zinc, on the mineral zinc. Makes a big difference. You don't need to take a ton of it. The supplement generally comes at such a high percentage rate. It'll say 900% of the daily allowance, and you could break those in half or even in quarters. Is it half for her or is it full? It's half for you. So they're just saying take half of a zinc. Any tablet is fine. You reach out to me. I'll send you links someplace. I don't sell product, but I certainly recommend a lot of things, and I've found some places that are reasonably priced. So if you just shoot me an email and put in there tinnitus and zinc, info@jimmymackhealing.com, we'll send you a link where you can get some very inexpensive stuff. Okay, love?
Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling in. We appreciate you listening. Yeah, profound messages today. I love it. I love speed, too. Very fast.
Where is the condo in your head on your website?
If you go to carrieturcotte.com, roll over home, and it will drop down. You'll see fun times, you'll see testimonials, and you'll see Viber sizes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and do know whatever this darkness that you're dealing with, wash it away. Know that it is leaving, my dear. Okay, whatever Jimmy just did, they just told me to tell you. Have faith that this is leaving, but you just need to be patient a little bit longer. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Thanks for calling. 480 is our next caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello. 480.
Hello. This is Mike.
Hey, Mike. You got a question for Carrie?
I do. I have the business that we've been working on is starting in the process, very close to launching. And for tax purposes, I was doing some investigation, and I'm in California, but noticed that, for instance, maybe Nevada, Florida, Texas, or even Puerto Rico might be an opportunity to kind of create a home base for it. And I was kind of wondering what you thought about that. And then also big time sciatic nerve issue going on right now.
Okay. I could tell as soon as you said sciatic nerve, because as I'm sitting here, I'm twisting my neck, going, oh my gosh, what is going on with him? So it's the pressure. I want you to know that I'm feeling it up around the stress that you're under right now is basically causing an energy shift, and it's pushing down, which I know that Jimmy's going to be able to help you, Mike. But Spirit is telling me to tell you that you are a fairly spiritual person, I would say, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to validate because they're saying that you've been working really hard and you work with your spirit team. They're saying kudos to you. You actually work with your spirit team. Most people, it's almost like do you give them, like, you speak to certain people and loved ones on the other side or God, whoever, but you specifically talk about your desires and really vibe it. Is that correct?
And sometimes I get mad when things aren't going fast. I'm like, let's speed this stuff up. Let's do this.
So they're trying to say this is a process, Michael. You got to slow down, okay? But because they're saying we're getting the vibes, we're getting them. But your thought, if it's not happening fast enough, you're not living in the moment. You're living in the future, so you'll get anxiety about this. Okay? And they're saying that your monkeys need to become lemurs too because you're a lot of fun. And they're saying that you need to know whatever you're dealing with right now, the truth is about to come to the surface about something, okay? So something is about to be revealed to you, which is going to relight the flame even more. And with you shifting to where you're going, I'm truly believing this is really a good thing for you. But there are some people that are either coming into your life or people that are in your life right now that you need to be cautious of, okay? And one's a man, one's a woman. So the man that I'm picking up, in his upright, when he's in a positive vibration, he's a very strong, solid man. You know, this is who I am. If you don't like it, there's the door. I want to know A, B, C, D, all the way to Z. But he's not in that right state of mind. His vibrations have lowered. So what this person is doing, they're not being very logical about what's coming out of their mouth, but they might hurt you with words. Their words may hurt you. And if this is you, then you need to be cautious with not hurting people with your words, because that strong spiritual side of you might shift just because you're getting frustrated because it's not happening fast enough. And somebody might say something to you and you might turn around and say something. It's almost like they're saying, it's almost like when you have that glass. It's when you drop the wine glass and it shatters, you can't fix it. Don't become that glass tongue and say something that you may not, we don't want to regret in these vibrations anymore, right? So I think you know this woman. And this woman is not being very logical. I think she's feeling sorry for herself, actually, quite honestly. I feel like she's going, boo-hoo-hoo, I can't believe this is happening again. I don't know why this is happening to me. And, she's not being that strong, solid woman she normally is. And if you don't know who this is, don't worry about it. You will. Okay? Do you know who the person is I'm talking about?
It's a possibility. It could be one of the partners.
Okay, and that's fine. So the partner, instead of being that strong, solid, logical person, okay, she might have a bad day and come in and say something. Don't allow your impatience to say something you might regret later.
No, that's perfect because, again, she just got diagnosed with cancer and going through a divorce, and so it's, there's a lot of stuff there.
I can't believe I'm going through this. I can't believe I'm going through this. I can't believe I'm going through this, okay? You need to find that strong, solid side of her, that strong, logical woman. She's a very powerful woman. So when she's feeling sorry for herself, don't allow your energy to be fed into that. Stand up as that spiritual, like it's almost like you can step in and be that spiritual teacher to her and help her love herself so she can get through this, right? Because there's a big part of this. Feel that you need to focus on the bonus at the end of the day, that you are worthy of whatever's coming, because Spirit is telling me that the reason why you're at a halt right now is because of the situation that you're dealing with, okay? Something is about to shift very fast, which is going to allow you to actually make that shift to be able to move in a business sense of way. And I'm also feeling you might be physically moving, so if you're looking to jump and go to a different place, you might physically go with the move. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, and again, I'm open. I have no roots here in California. So, I mean, if Puerto Rico, Vegas, whatever.
Yeah, you need to jump. I feel like it's not one of the, obviously it wouldn't be her because she's dealing with stuff. You need to step up, and I can hear your spirit guides going, pull up your big boy panties and help your partner out here, but you can go. This is about you jumping and going where you need to go, because I do see it coming in play. But you need to vibe that you already have it. It's yours. To get that much more powerful, because you're the spiritual leader within your team. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You're the light worker within the group of people that you're working with. You're bringing whatever it is. Okay, I can hear you guys. Your spirit guides are getting loud. So he's saying that you are the light worker within this project, and whatever you're doing, you are bringing light to other places in the world to help humanity bring the love into this planet. Make sense?
Yeah. No, absolutely. Okay. Absolutely.
Okay. So you've got a really powerful team, my dear, and things are going to start to come to the surface about other things. So just remember, send her that love and allow her to see the strong person that she is, because her monkeys are going to, they're going to turn into lions and tigers and bears. Okay. Right. So you want to jump in with your lemurs and have some fun with her. Okay.
Right. Awesome. Great. Thank you.
Makes sense.
You're welcome. And
are you able to stand up? We'll rock some stuff out for you, sciatic wise.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so if you stand up and face due north, any nicknames? What does everybody call you?
Mike.
Mike, okay. And so Puerto Rico shows up for you big time because they're showing me the fort there. I've been all over Puerto Rico, big game fishing and having a blast. And so Puerto Rico, if I ask Spirit, Arizona, Nevada, California, Puerto Rico is like all the bells and whistles and really the, tents of, I call it the 3-ring circus. So that's what shows up strongest for you. I wouldn't be shocked if you wind up in there. It may be months, about 3 months out is what they're talking about. So, but that'll give you plenty of time, and that's a cool place too. And there's a lot of changes going on. The sciatic nerve and low back is generally, in my world, about either support or money. What my mother calls my terribly wealthy clients, it would be support. It's certainly not money, but they might feel like their family's not supporting them or their friends are nowhere to be found or what have you. But yours is definitely about money, and sciatic can also be, I love chiropractic, I love cranial sacral, any of those things are going to move that around a little bit. So, but generally yours is about money. And just think of your sciatic pain and grab that real quick. It'll pull you forward for yes.
Yep.
And I'm going to release it, resolve it, delete and erase it, disentangle it all out now. Have him learn all the lessons you need to from it. Release him from the service to it. Pull him straight back when you're done. Thank you. You'll feel the wave and we'll release. And there you go. And we're just going to put positive strength into your back. We took out all the negativity, and it really is nerves. So when I ask bone, muscle, ligament, tendon, joint, it's a joint also that's out. We're going to change that. You also have a vein issue in that area, so we're going to change that as well. It's going to strengthen it all right now. It's going to pull you hard forward when it changes. Here we go.
Yeah.
And it's going to bring you back to neutral once we fill that up. And they're just showing me you laying down and kind of resting. Sometimes that's happened to me, and it helps to lay on the floor and then to have a regular chair in front of you, and you put your legs up in it where the knees would be bent at the base of the chair, and just lay there on the floor for, I'm talking about probably an hour. And eventually, and I move up a little bit to the left and a little bit on the right, and you'll feel it all just clunk right back into place, considering what we've done today as well. Does that make sense?
Oh, no, perfect sense. And yeah, I spend a lot of time on the floor, doing the various stretches and so forth right now.
Okay, yeah, and it feels like you exasperated that, so I do more floor resting than floor stretches right now. It feels like you've done an overextension of that, because you're so hung up right now, which I understand. You're almost in a fury over the money and the go and the deal. And so you've combined that with perhaps a movement that wasn't to your body's liking, and that's what kind of messed this up. Does that make sense?
Sure does.
So, yeah, I want you to take it easy for a little while, and let's lay off of a lot of that. Okay, Carrie?
Yeah, and Jimmy, you actually shifted. I did feel the shift within the solar plex about his who am I and stepping into that power, because I almost felt that when you started clearing the solar plex, the energy shifted right through me and shot out through my throat. I almost felt like that person in, what's that movie that they shoot at the flies? Oh, my gosh. The Green Mile. I felt something totally releasing from my throat when you were going through that, Mike. So I just want to let you know that you might feel some stomach issues later. You'll feel like you've got hunger pains, but it's not really. It's the energy shifting. You might start getting heart palpitations, they're telling me, and you might also get like a sore throat, or you might start coughing up what I call phlegm balls. It's energy shifting through your body. Just be aware of this, okay?
Awesome. And in regards to real quick, and you mentioned the spirituality and stuff like that, I also kind of opened up in 2010 as a medium, so that's doing some development with that.
Beautiful. Keep it going.
Good.
And you know what? What you just did is going to allow you to open the channel up even more, because it's opening up the higher channels. I'm not feeling there's anything wrong with your crown or your third eye. It's leading up to that. So this is about your self-worth, knowing that you're capable of doing this. And again, remember, you've got people that are dealing with situations around you. Do what you need to do, but get back and put the energy on yourself. You need to put the energy into you, because people are stretching you out about the money situation when you really shouldn't be as stressed out as you are. It's other people that are making it more difficult for you to be able to co-create this. So they're saying at the end of the day, Mike, keep your mouth shut and only speak of that which you need to speak to, and that you don't say anything until you co-create it, because you've got the power to do it. Beautiful. Whew. Sorry, Spirit just took over there. I don't know.
What's going on there, Mike? You got your money's
worth
today, friend. Yeah, and we love fellow intuitive, spiritual people, the psychics of the world. Gosh, we're just here to all help each other, you know, and co-create with you and help you with any little neat tricks or tools that we can too. So thank you so much for calling in today.
Awesome. Thank you both so much. I appreciate it.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Have a great day.
Take
Bye-bye.
care, friend. 928's our next caller. Hi, what's your name? You have a question for Carrie?
Okay, my name is Sharon, and Jimmy, I'm one of the first ones in your program, and so anything either one of you know to do to help me be able to take advantage of it, be more efficient, and how to bring paying clients in.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay, no pressure.
No pressure at all. Okay. So what I'm getting from Spirit right off the back, you said your name was Sharon?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I just wanted to make sure because I just heard it again. So Spirit is saying they want you to see this as you've done this work with Jimmy, and now you're being given a fresh opportunity to start a brand new book of life. It's not a chapter, it's a book. Okay, and they're saying that, again, you do work with your spirit guides, you work with the higher realms, and they're saying, okay, I can hear you guys. They're saying that where your vibrations, because of situations in the past, you're vibing on, am I going down the wrong road again? Am I going down the wrong road again? And they're saying that this is what they want you to stop with. They want you to see that this is the beginning of your yellow brick road. And because in the past certain things have not gone down the way you wanted them to be, that energy is almost allowing you to conform to the situation, because I'm getting that there's smooth sailing ahead for you, sister. I feel that there's, they're saying that we just got to get you over this hurdle and know that you are conforming to the situation simply because of past. So they're saying they want you to see this as a new beginning, and that you've got the power to create that which you truly desire, but you have to believe in yourself and tell the universe, I'm working towards, or I have, not that I hope. They're saying you use the word hope a lot, and there's nothing wrong with hope. Hope is a 4D word. But if you're trying to co-create 5D magic, you got to say, I know. Does that make sense?
I believe so, yes. I don't think I use hope. I use try, and I know there's a big thing around try, but anyway.
This is why they're saying it. So they're trying to say to you, be careful or cautious of your words. I'm working towards. Don't say I'm trying. I am working towards. Shift it to those words, because those are vibrations that the universe gets and says, she's working towards. So we're going to throw her some working towards, which is going to get her further ahead. When you say I'm trying, they're like, well, what's she really trying to do? Because really what she's saying right now to us is that she's going down the wrong road again, right? So again, remember the universe's vibration. So the condo in my head will probably help you as well, my dear. It's at carrieturcotte.com. But they're telling me to tell you that whatever it is that somebody said to you, somebody has said something to you with it's embedded in your head. It's almost like when you're a little kid, you can't do this, you can't do that, or why aren't you like your sister? There's something of a repeated pattern in your head that's conforming you from not just spreading your wings and allowing the abundance to just show up. It has something to do with your self-worth, my dear. But it's from childhood, they're saying. Does this make sense?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
very,
it's time for you to stand up.
I've worked on this for 20, 30 years, and it still irritates me no end that it's still alive down there.
Okay. Listen, what they're telling me to tell you, my dear, that condo in my head exercise is going to help you finally get them out of your head, so you're not vibing on them, because this is stopping you from loving yourself of who you are. And I do feel that there's a male figure involved in this as well. So I don't know if it's a brother or a father. They're not getting too detailed because we're on the air. So they're just letting you know that you've been resting. Okay, yes. They're saying you're resting and recouping from this, but you still beat yourself up. Your monkeys are beating you up, and it's stopping you from listening to what your gut is saying. So I know they're saying that you've got the tools to do this, but you're focusing on what you don't want instead of what you do want, because again, we're not little, like I'm not no spring chicken either. The longer you've been here, the more repeated patterns you've gone through. And they're saying that they want you to use the tools that you have and really vibe on yourself, knowing that you're worthy of this. And I know that Spirit is saying that Jimmy is going to be able to help you with this right now, to be able to pull. This is about you loving yourself and knowing that you're worthy of this, because those are the type of people you want to pull towards you. Okay, this is why you're not in a vibrational match of the clients that you're vibing on to bring them to you. So, Jimmy, does this make sense to you of what you're picking up on?
Yeah, absolutely, love. Yeah, it's dead on, spot on. Stand up, face due north. You know what to do. So, strong mountain pose and yoga. And let's just figure out.
You can do to help me take advantages your certification program and be more able, qualified to help people that you're picking up on. That's what I'm after.
Okay, sure. Let's just make that part of it. It's safe and comfortable to be more well qualified to pick up new and unending clients. I said it. They heard me. See if you go forward, back, or in between.
I about lost my step balance. I had to take a step forward.
Okay, so that's good. So you're lined up for that. But if I tap into the reason, it's almost like new clients would be disruptive for you somehow, or clients are a pain in the butt. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I went backwards and had to step back to keep my balance.
That's okay. That's good. But that's what was there. And I feel like what even Carrie was saying took that out. So if we go back even an hour ago, it's going to pull you forward that that's true.
Yes, I'm
I mean,
definitely.
how weird is that, right? But you see how you can test it and play around with it. It's like a little kid or a little pet, and that's the way you want to look at it. You want to be more gentle with it. So I'm going to just bring in now, all I'm doing is my liquid fish. Of course, I'm starting at the top left corner, slowly to the middle, butt of the fish, underbelly, face, back of the fish, and I'm crossing my original line and coming down to the bottom left, and it's pulling in. It's going to pull you hard forward to bring in more new and unending clients and make you open and receptive to all that here and now.
I had to take a step to keep from falling forward.
Yeah, there you go. That's the power of it right there. And, this is in addition to, it's never instead of. So if people are doing massage or any kind of other work or intuitive work, my liquid fish is just another tool or technology or method to vastly increase that as well. And that's our goal for it. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, reach out anytime, love. I'm happy to talk to you live. And yeah, a lot of folks are taking the course, which is fantastic because we're all about, contributing to them. It's myliquidfish.com, and it's Change Made Simple is the moniker of it. They're both registered trademarks even. So, it can only help you. It can only help others. And the only thing I could ever guarantee, and Carrie would too, is there's death, taxes, and change. So you definitely want to embrace change and create a probability that your change will be better. Does that make sense, love?
Yes, it does. And change has not been my best thing. And yes, I know exactly when Carrie said it. I mean, the tears started coming that I thought, seriously, that this has been something I've worked on this since the mid-'80s, and people pick up that it's still alive down there. Still alive.
The condo in my head will help you with that. CarrieTurcotte.com. I'm going to help you evict those monkeys that have been hanging out and dormant for so long, sweetie. So reach out and let us know how you're doing. This is about your self-worth, okay? Remember, this is all about you. You've got the power within you, so go and shine that light and know that the past doesn't play any role in the present. It's over. It's done. So get into the moment and know that that's when Spirit can come knocking and work with you, my dear.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. And reach out anytime, love. And when you get ready and we do our live time together, too, on Mastery, just make some notes, and we're going to go over that, and we're just going to rock it out. No matter how long it takes, I want you to get that and really be in a better place, okay?
Okay. I've got second pass, but I thought something else has to come before I make that appointment with you, so I wasn't sure, but this is the place to ask that.
It's going to let you know. Yeah, it's all automated. It's really sharp. I have to have a shout out to Sandy Bittinger for helping me with the modules, and it's definitely going to let you know. It's going to let us know as well. So it's paced because we want it layered so that everybody gets it over time. It's I think
the plan is maybe tomorrow. It's coming up here today or tomorrow for the next one that I think is due. So
you're feeling different already, aren't you? Yeah, I bet you're feeling different right now too. Yeah.
Thank you.
For her. We're clearing out the throat chakra. We've cleared out the throat chakra.
Love
Awesome.
it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, keep us posted. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Carrie, did it fly by? Is this crazy or what?
Oh, I knew it would. I know, with you being on my show, like for those that are listening, Jimmy's been on my show a few times, and I love working with Jimmy. And I remember the first time we connected. What did we hear? Jimmy Mack, when you coming back? And Spirit started going off, and everybody was sending me email. Why am I hearing this song in my head? I'm like, it's because the channel's talking about it. So, I really, really enjoyed myself, as always. You're wonderful.
Oh, thanks for being on. I appreciate your contribution and how great you are and spot on with people. And I love everybody needs their mantra needs to be changing those monkeys to lemurs, because lemurs are sweet and they stand up and they look around. They're very family-ish and they're just kind,
Yeah.
So that's
they like
a dream.
to have fun. And,
Yeah.
they also sit back and they meditate. When they need it, they like to sit back and they zone out.
Oh, that's the greatest analogy you come up with, love. That's a dream. Give everybody your website again. Folks, reach out to her and schedule time. A lot of stuff on there for free, too.
It's carrieturcotte.com. And, again, the Vibra sizes can be found rollover home. There's Fun Times Vibra sizes. That's where all the free stuff is. And then there's other information there about my readings and upcoming events that I'm doing. My OMTimes webinars are coming out, so join my newsletter for that. And OMTimes Radio is there as well for Vibe Nation Radio. And you can actually even go on there and look at the past shows and listen to the shows that Jimmy and I both did. They're there.
Love it.
For everybody to
Thank
tap
you.
in. And I want you to know, Jimmy, just to let you know, the woman with the wheel, with the wheeler that you worked on, we need to talk. You created miracles for her, my dear, and I'm so, so grateful.
Oh, wow.
To work on that.
That's great.
Yes.
That's great. Thank you. Hey,
You're
folks, that's our show for today. Thank you so much for being on, and everybody listening, and the callers, and everybody that supports us. We love and appreciate you. And just remember, I would like for the rest of your life to be the best of your life and make progress every day. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Once upon a time, there was a new crossover that refused to play by the rules. It flipped the script and made all the others look like fools. Featuring styling that's sexier by far and handles like a rock star. Introducing the first ever Toyota CHR.
Enjoy agile handling in the body of a seductive crossover that comes with standard 18-inch alloy wheels. The first ever Toyota CHR. The perfect ride to spin your own tail. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hola, soy Lola. No puedo contestar tu llamada. Hoy voy a luchar contra la máscara vengadora. Si gano, usaré el dinero para pagar por nuestro plan familiar de datos. Claro, pesa 300 libras, pero una vez tomé una clase de karate. Quizá ya es hora de un switch.
¿Atrapado en un mal plan familiar? Haz el switch al mejor plan familiar de Boost y obtén 4 líneas cada una con gigas sin límite por solo $100 al mes. Metro PCS solo te da 2 gigas por línea por el mismo precio. 4 líneas cada una con gigas sin límite por solo $100 al mes. Es fácil hacer el switch y más fácil ahorrar con Boost.